Well, hello, this is Felipe Martinez, and my on-the-job training will be make a jack-o'-lantern from a pumpkin from this fall season. My trainee will be Valerie, and we will work together. I will explain her first all the steps, the key points, and after my explanation, I will let her work by herself. Hi, Valerie. Do you have any previous experience on jack-o'-lanterns?
Uh, Maybe one when I was a kid, but many years ago. I'd like to have several at my house this season.
Cool. So we will work together and hopefully we can make a good. Okay, Valerie. The first step is select the right pumpkin, specifically one with a good size. We are talking about probably 1 foot could be enough, and this will be the a perfect one for our project. And the step number two, Valerie, is have a place where we can put all our instrument big enough to and with good base because the pumpkins are pretty heavy, and this kitchen table is perfect for projects. Do you have any question about it so far?
No.
Third step is draw the design we want in our pumpkin. I highly recommend as a key point use a permanent marker so we can touch the design and we want to erase it and we can cut over the marker. Okay, so in the first part of the training, I will show you and and then I will let you do by yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
So move to this way, please, so I can show you. So we wanna work. We wanna draw two eyes in a triangle shape. Pretty simple. Another triangle as a nose, and finally a big mouth. So when we remove this part from the pumpkin, we could see the light from inside. Okay? Any question?
No.
The fourth step in this training is cut the top of the pumpkin. So we can remove all what is inside, seed and stuff. But the key point in this step is cut in a 45 degrees angle. We don't want it straight because when we place back the top of the pumpkin could fall into the bottom of the pumpkin. So very important, cut it at angle, hopefully 45 degrees. Okay, I will show you the first time and then we will repeat it. Okay, be careful, protect your fingers. Try to don't put your finger in front of the knife. I'm glad you finish the cut, please. Can you finish it? Put your finger on the top and cut. Can you show us how it looks? There you go. Step is remove with a spoon, hopefully a big one. If you have a bigger than this one, it will be better. Remove the seeds and all what is inside of the pumpkin, okay? I would recommend you also have a bowl where we place all the seeds and remind you big spoon and bowl. Now I will show you and then you will do it by yourself. We remove all the seeds and what we can find inside the pumpkin. If it's easier for you, use your hand, use it. But we will have to use our spoon eventually. And we will need clean it properly, the cleanest possible, in order to have room enough to place our candle later. The next step is cut the design we draw in the pumpkin. As you can see, this side. Let me show you to the camera very quick. If you can see, let me see if you see this, the design. It doesn't look very clear. Do you have any questions so far?
No.
Okay, remember scrub the most possible inside, and I recommend you use this kind of knife, serrate, so it works better with the pumpkin. Okay, so let me show you. Remember, safety is first, so don't be careful with your fingers when you cut. We'll cut the first triangle, and this one will be the eyes. Remember, cut all the way through the skin. Do you want to try the nose, this mold, to see how it feels? Good. Very good. Let me finish the last part. We start with a basic design this time, so probably the next one we can try something, another design more creative. Okay, this is how it looks, our design so far. We will work on details. Okay, Valerie, we have our design done. Uh, a quick feedback. I recommend we scrub better the side of the design, so we don't have any residues, and the whole looks clear. And now the final step is place the candle inside the pumpkin. I recommend you a small one, not how to be. I like this one because it has a stable base. It will be easier to place on the bottom. And I recommend also use long matches. This one will help lighten the candle easier, in an easier way. Now, Val, you want to place the top of the pumpkin? Can you do it, please? Now we're going to turn the lights off and see. Yep. The second part of the on-the-job training is try out by yourself. So I will tell you what the step, and I want you do it, and at the same time explain me what are you doing, and explain me also, this is very important, the key points of each step. Okay?
Okay.
So what is the first step?
First step is to select a pumpkin. Ideally one like this one that is about 1 foot in diameter. And then also have a workspace table big enough that's stable to have room for all the tools.
Will you explain me the next job, please, and the key point of this point?
Next step is drawing a design on the pumpkin. with a permanent marker.
Can you please show me? In what part of there is any ideal size part of the pumpkin where it works better?
Um, on the one side, design that's easy to cut.
Okay, and why is the reason of the permanent marker?
So when you're working on the pumpkin, the lines don't disappear. You can still see them, and then you can cut around them.
Okay, please go ahead and show me. Can you tell us what are you doing now?
Drawing some eyes.
They're in a different way that we did it last time? Are they?
Nope, they're circles. And then I'm gonna have a circle mouth.
After we draw the design of pumpkin, what's the next step?
To cut a hole in the top at an angle, ideally 45 degrees, so when you put the top back on, it doesn't fall through.
Okay, great. Can you please show how to cut the hole? Any safety tip for this step?
Not. So watch where I put my fingers.
Okay, is it look in angle? Yeah. Good. And when you put it back, it doesn't fall or good? Do you remember what's the next step?
We're gonna take out the insides, the seeds.
And there's any key point in this step we should remember?
To scrape the inside, especially the side where the design is gonna be.
Okay, and what are the utensil tools we need for these steps?
A large spoon.
And anything else?
And my hands. And a bowl to put the seeds in.
Okay, great. Well, show us how to remove the seeds. Do you say something about we have to pay more attention to one specific side of the pumpkin when we remove?
Yes, the side where the design is.
Right. The next step should be
To cut the design out of the pumpkin.
okay. Any key point we should keep in mind?
Again, safety first and watch your fingers.
Okay, and what tool are we using in this step?
Knife, serrated knife is easier.
Okay, and the cut should be in a specific way.
To make sure it's all the way through the thickness of the pumpkin.
Please. All right. Okay. We have Valerie's design. Could you tell us what's the next step?
Yeah, it would be to take a candle, smaller in size, with a staple base, and place it inside on the bottom, and then lighting the candle with a long match.
Okay. Can you please show us and light the candle? Let's see how it looks.